Hello there. So, I've got another video for you. It's a painting that I did back in the spring for the cover for a book for a teacher. So, you can watch me do the painting, and I'm just sort of giving you a little bit of information about the piece and then a little bit of an update of where I'm at and how things have been going on my end. Lots of stuff on the go, lots of stuff coming up. So, got to keep working, got to keep working. All right, laters. Hello there. Thanks for joining me again on my channel. What you'll be seeing here is a painting that I did for a teacher who is now back at work, I suppose. So this project came about through a contact, actually my old first boss at my first design job way back in 2004. I worked at Elk Island Public School Board in their communications department, and I was a junior designer there. And I would do lots of business cards and letterhead and stationery and websites and other communication pieces for schools in the district. So this last spring, I believe it was the spring, I was contacted by my old boss, and she has her kids in a school in the city, and they wanted to do a special project for the kindergarten teacher there. And so she invited me to be a part of it. It was inspired by the book Because I Had a Teacher. And the idea behind it was that she was going to have her students do a bunch of illustrations and write a little bit of a write-up about why their teacher was important. And then she's going to put it all together in a book, and she got it printed through. I don't know where she got it printed through, but it produced really nicely. The original book that it was inspired by was created by Kobe Yamada and Natalie Russell. So anyway, she asked me if I would like to be involved in creating the cover for it, which I was like, sure, that'd be awesome. I had just kind of put together some charitable projects, which I've mentioned here on the channel a few times, and really got inspired to do work for people. This was a pro bono project. I didn't make any money off of it, but I sure enjoyed the process, and I know that it went to a good purpose. Teachers do so much hard work during the year, and they matter so much in the life of kids, and I think it's great to honor those. I don't know if that dinged there or not. I think it's great to honor our teachers, and so it was nice to be a part of that. So you can see I'm basically, the idea for the book, or the cover I guess for me, was just essentially to have an otter teacher and a bunch of otter students. So she sent me some photographs of what Miss S looks like, and I kind of used that as an inspiration for the attire that she's wearing, and tried to get a little bit of the personality in there. Um, I've kind of tried to do this in sort of a similar style to the approach that I take with my other children's book illustrations. I'm trying to work with the watercolors and just trying to get really comfortable with that. Um, but I think anyways, one of the more important things that I wanted to talk about today was about continuing to work on charitable pieces. So I've started working on getting a project undergoing here with a number of other artists, a collaborative piece, which would be a series of, well, paintings, I guess, produced by, or art pieces produced by a number of different artists, and we would collaborate together to create a project that would benefit a specific organization, charitable organization. And so I've really become excited about continuing to pursue ways in which to use my art to benefit those around me, to help where help is needed. And I really feel like art is an essential, really important part of our culture and our society. There's a lot of benefit and what's the word? Power in artwork. It can help shape attitudes and ideas, And I've found through doing these charitable pieces that there's also a practicality to it, that it can actually, in a practical sense, provide a benefit to our society. So I think that there's a lot of power in that, and I think artists are overlooked often in our culture. They're sort of seen as kind of these like wizards that are doing, stuff out of like some kind of innate talent. But I think the general public oftentimes I don't think recognizes or understands just how much work and effort it is to be creative, and how it's not just a talent, but it's something that has to be worked at and strived for. Um, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience and practice. It's not just something that comes together and voila, there's a special awesome piece that appears. It takes many hours of practice and time in your discipline to be able to do it at a proficient level. And you know I think I really hope, I guess part of my goal is with this charitable donation project too, is like, one, it's really healthy for artists to give back and to put their work sort of like feet to the pavement in a way, and use their work for a very valuable purpose. But I hope too that through the process, the public gains respect and understanding, more of a deeper respect and understanding, I guess, for the arts and for artists and their value. And so far I've got a really great group of artists that are willing to collaborate, and we're trying to get this project off the ground. I'm thankful that I've got others involved and that it's not just me, because with the busyness of my work and my life, and all my other side projects that I've got on the go, stuff just has a way of not getting completed. And with having a variety of other hands on deck and other people involved, one, it motivates me and doesn't allow me to procrastinate or creatively or purposefully procrastinate by doing other things instead of what I should be doing for that. But it also will mean that the logistics and the sort of underlying components of it will probably get completed in a more efficient pace. So I'm really excited about that. Other than that, in other news, I feel like I kind of wanted to give a little bit of an update here, because it's been a long, kind of busy summer. Well, a short, busy summer. It feels like it's flown by. But so at Pulp Studios, we're still working, of course, on the business and trying to keep it running. And we're going to be producing a few kind of fun and interesting projects here in the next few months. And then we're also continuing to work on our graphic novel that we've been creating, and it's been in production now for 3 years, I think. We're just about finished the script. I know that sounds ridiculous, 3 years to write a script, but we've been working on it in our quote unquote spare time in the business. So whenever we have sort of a spare cycle, we've tried to make a point of spending some time writing. And last October, we spent the whole month doing concept art, which was great. And you've seen some of those illustrations on the site here. So we're very close to being done the writing on this first book. We need to go do an editing pass on it, of course, or maybe two. But we're probably going to start, because the prologue to the story is really solid right now, and we're probably going to start illustrating that in short order here, start putting that together. We'd like to, our goal or our plan of attack at this point is to create the prologue and finish the script, and then shop that around to publishers and see what kind of interest there is in the property. And then barring any amazing feedback from there, we'll just start production. I guess probably one way or the other, we'll start trying to do consistent production on the illustration. And if we can't find a publisher, we'll end up self-publishing by some means. But it's exciting. We're planning on going to Comic-Con next year with the prologue at least, and with the book, and just to kind of start promoting it and stuff. So that's very exciting. In other news, I've been working on still practicing my drawing. I haven't put up a visual library post for quite a while, but I've still been working on drawing the face. I've been practicing the planes of the face and starting to get into that more over the summer. I've also just done some, like, I don't know, quite a bit of like fun sketching, I guess, of faces and whatnot. So I will do more, and I'll eventually put up some more work around that in the next couple months here. I've also been writing, so I've got a novel that I've been working on for a couple of years now, and I've been using Dragon Anywhere by Nuance. It's a dictation software, and I've been using that when I've been commuting to places to try and write the story. And it's been going okay. I've had 2 crashes of the file. I find the Dragon Nuance software to be kind of unstable, to be honest. Seems that if you get into any sort of area where the bandwidth drops, or if your cell connection drops, you are in danger or risk of losing your progress. It seems to want to just erase your file and replace it with a brand new untitled empty file. It's ridiculous. Thankfully, I discovered I've been posting the book, saving it to my Dropbox, and we have a Dropbox Pro, or a business account, and they have versioning software so they can revert actions that have been done, I think, in the span of a month. So I was able to recover a big chunk of my work not too long ago on that book. I basically started just writing a chapter that I think will probably make it into the book. I was thinking of it sort of as a short story or a scenario using the main character, and I thought it would be fun to just kind of explore something, just to get kind of feel out the world a little bit more and the character a bit more. But it's definitely relevant and contextual to the story that the 40,000 words that I've written so far on the main story for that novel. So it's coming, and it's something that I'm continuing to work on. It's slow. I'm not a writer by trade, so it takes me a little bit more time, but I'm sure I'm enjoying the process. Even with the crashes and stuff, it hasn't been unpleasant for me. I've been really enjoying it. So those are a couple of the big things that I'm working on. I think I mentioned before, I'm still working on that children's book that I've been working on, so our 1984 Shelter, and I'm making progress on that. I'm just about finished getting one illustration done. I want to do a few finished illustrations and then have the dummy copy and the text for it, the script, and then I want to send it back out to publishers. I'll probably target the ones that have already rejected it. They said that they would be willing to look at stuff if I made changes. So I'm probably going to be sending that back to them to give them sort of first right of refusal. And then beyond that, I've got a few other contacts that I'm going to approach to see if they'd be interested in publishing it. So that's very exciting. I hope to be done and sending that out by mid-October, maybe November, depending on how stuff goes on my business side with commitments and the work, and how much time this other project takes up, this charitable project. So that's a little bit about what I've been up to and what I've been doing, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching me paint this piece, and I sure hope that Miss S liked it as well. I think she's back at school teaching, so good luck this year. And until next time, be good to each other. So I'm going to be trying to make my YouTube channel a little bit more accessible. I'm going to be asking you if you'd like, you can click one of the links on screen to watch a video that you haven't seen. If you'd like to subscribe, please click the subscribe button. And if you would like to leave a comment, I would appreciate it. I will check in with you guys next time. All right, take care.